I don't know about you, but in my book, the experience of formation flying as part of the UK's world-famous Red Arrows must be about as exciting as it gets. These guys fly in lethal proximity, typically just 30 meters away from each other, at up to 645 miles per hour. So for a long time, it's been on my list to try and recreate that experience in virtual reality in a flight simulator. And I guess it was inevitable that one of the AuthentiKit home cockpit configurations that I would design would be for the BAE Hawk T1A, as flown by the Royal Air Force Red Arrows. AuthentiKit is a freeware project. We're creating flight controls for a wide range of aircraft with an initial focus on vintage warbirds, followed by vintage and classic general aviation. We're harnessing the power of 3D printing in conjunction with high quality but low cost components like Hall sensors and sealed bearings. All flight controls can be assembled at your kitchen table with no workshop tools, no soldering and no metal work. You can source the parts yourself, or third parties are providing kits of all the hardware as well as 3D printed parts. To be honest, I doubt I'll be any good at it, as I have already discovered firsthand how difficult it is and how much dedicated practice you need to consistently stay within 300 meters of another aircraft, never mind 30 meters. I found this out at a practice session in Microsoft Flight Simulator when Matthew, Red 11 of the MFS Red Arrows, invited me to have a tryout. What I did discover though was the importance of the air brake, which apparently is nearly always out, and before I knew it, I was taking a keen interest in the flight controls of the BAE Hawk. I'm off to a good start designing these, as Just Flight, who make the Hawk for Microsoft Flight Simulator, shared some CAD with me as a reference. But before I got busy with Fusion 360, I felt it was important to validate the dimensions and find out more about the tactile feel of the controls. And that led to a lucky opportunity to visit RAF Waddington, new home of the Red Arrows, since they moved from Scampton last year. I went along with my pal Mark from Simhanger just a few weeks ago.
AuthentiKit fans, we've got something a little bit different today. This is XX266 BAE Hawk T1, T1A I think. I'm here with Mark from Simhanger. We're going to get inside the cockpit in a second because the engineers have just put the seats in for us so we can sit inside it. And one of the things as a simulator fan you often want if you're trying to get things just right is that have you got the flight stick in just the right place? Have you got the throttle in just the right place? So I'm going to get inside and take a lot of measurements.
The first control will be the flight stick. As it has a split column, it has much in common with the Spitfire stick. And to be honest, I want to improve on the approach I use there and feed that improvement back into the Spitfire stick.
The throttle, it's quite a smooth action, it's not got a huge amount of resistance. And that feel of that's air brake in, air brake off, but I don't know if it's a binary in or out thing or if it's...
That's all I have for now, folks. It will take a little time, but let me know if you want updates, and I'll post some progress reports. Remember to subscribe if you want to get notified of those. And I'll leave you now with some more Diamond 9 artistry, courtesy of the Royal Air Force Red Arrows.